Hey everyone, welcome back to Wednesday's technically not live stream because I am not live today. I have a conflict in my schedule, so I was not able to go live, but I've pre-recorded this and hopefully you'll still be interested in the topic, which is Taja.ai. For those of you who are unfamiliar with what I'm doing, last month, October and November, I am focusing my energy on playing around with AI tools that either I am familiar with and I use on a daily basis, or that are new to me, that were recommended by my list or by people that I just know. And I'm coming on and playing around with it so that everybody can sort of get an understanding of what that tool's about. So I was introduced to this tool by a client of mine, Catherine, shouting out Catherine. And when I first heard about Taja.ai, the way that it was explained to me was that it essentially was a repurposing tool. So I categorized it into this box that it was like Opus Clip or Video.ai or Munch or any of those other ones, Repurpose.io and all of those. It wasn't until I actually started to use it that I realized Taja is a little bit different. So I think in theory, it can get the category of, or the definition of, it's an AI-powered YouTube optimization platform is probably what the official name of it is. It does happen to give you social media clips, or it repurposes your primary content, but that isn't the only thing that it does. So let's get started, and so that we can start talking about this, because this is actually quite interesting what this platform does. So let me share my screen with you. All right, so this is Taja as of November 12th, 2024. It could look drastically different if you don't see this for like some weeks or what have you, because anything AI is just changing constantly. So what I then discovered about Taja is that Taja is an optimization platform or tool, similar to how TubeBuddy and how vidIQ work. So it sort of takes those elements and combines it with like an Opus Clip. And in addition to that, which I guess for the most part, both TubeBuddy and vidIQ also deal with thumbnails, it will give you information on ideas that you can brainstorm for your thumbnails. And I guess depending on who you are, you may actually like them enough that you are going to download them. But it does give you a lot of bang for its buck, if you will, in terms of the different things that it offers. So first, let's start off with how do you use it? So this is your home page. And as you can see, it says Optimize Now, plus get shorts generated for you. So that's sort of like an extra. It's not the primary purpose of Taja. So the way that this works is you have two ways of uploading your content to Taja. You can either use a link from YouTube, or you can upload the video from your computer. So for the most part, I think a lot of people, especially if you're doing this before you upload your video to YouTube, you're going to want to just come down here and click to upload your video. The other way is that you can use the link from YouTube. Now, the best way to do this is to either use a link for a video that's already public, and I know you're going to probably be saying, well, why the hell would I do that? But you'll understand why later. Or if it's a brand spanking new video. So a lot of people will use tools, literally no matter what video editor tool you use, you can send or export your videos directly to YouTube. And you have the ability of setting the privacy settings. I've always been a proponent of, when you do that, even if you're uploading it from your computer or if you're sending it as an export, always do it where you set it to private. Now, the reason why I do that is because my default setting for privacy, well, not for privacy, but my default setting for all videos is, if it's public, is to share it with my audience that is already a subscriber. So that way they'll get a notification. So because that's already and always checked, for me, I would need to go in manually and then change that in order for me to change it from private to unlisted. But if you want to set yours where it's automatically always never going to send your videos unless you manually tell each video to go to your subscribers, then you can upload it as unlisted. And the reason for that is because in order for Taja to understand what it needs to do, the video has to be available to them. And the only way that it can be available is either if it's public or if it's unlisted. If it's private, it can't get all the metadata that it needs. It can't read the transcript, etc. So that's the first thing that you need to do. So once you've chosen that, it will then do its work. And what it's doing is it's going to start to give you a lot of information about that video. It's going to give you title ideas, and it's going to rank it in terms of, I guess they have a code or a scoring that's similar to like, what's the potential of it going viral? But it'll give you a score, and the higher score is going to automatically be checked by them. And I'm going to show you what that's going to look like in a second. It's going to write a description based on the transcript. It's going to also give you a transcript of the video. It's also going to give you suggestions for tags that you can use on your video. It's also, you have to activate this piece where it will give you thumbnail creation ideas, or you can actually download them. I think it's still in beta. So I can't say that I've been in love with any of the options, but it does give you two options. One, you can do it with faces, and it's going to take the faces from the video, or you can do it without. So it's totally up to you. It'll give you chapter markers. It will then also give you the ability to create shorts, and later on, it will give you performance analysis information. So this tool does a lot. So let me just continue going through the home page. So when you scroll down, you'll see you'll have the ability to invite customers. Backlog boost is interesting. Next video generator is fairly new, and automations is absolutely brand spanking new, but I'll come back to these. So these are some videos that some of them actually belong to me. This is a sample one that it just automatically puts in there for you. And it will, you can then click into any of these and you can get some information. So I'm going to go into this one just so that you can see the kinds of information that it will track for you. So once I uploaded the video, and I believe I uploaded, this was a live video. And so I just took the link and added it into Taja, and then it re-optimized the title and the description, and it gave me hashtags, and it also did chapter points based on all of this. So I didn't have to go in and manually do anything. I also had ended up getting a thumbnail created. I hired someone to do that, so I then just swapped that out as opposed to using what they wanted me to use. Then here are all of the tags. And obviously, if it's in green, it's going to score higher. So the overall score here is 72. The monthly search volume is over 52,000, and the competition score is 14 versus a yellow or gold color where the overall score is lower. It's 49. The monthly search volumes is 2,100, and the competition score is 52. I'm going to guess what these interpretations mean. Obviously, an overall score of less than, let's see, I'm going to say less than 60 is going to give you a yellow, and anything of 61 and above is going to give you a green, or at least because I see here there's a 62, 61. Okay, so 61 and above is going to give you a good score. So you could, in theory, remove the yellow ones. You could add in others that you think make better sense, but that is totally up to you, and you can keep these. And it does track the number of characters that you're using, and if, as you may know, YouTube only allows up to 500 characters, so I'm at 482 here. So I would have to remove some if I want to add in a bunch. And then, yeah, so you can copy these, and you can just literally copy them and then paste them onto the video if that's what you want to do. Then when it comes down to the title, as you can see up here, this title was automatically put in, and it's always the one that's the top ranked, but you don't have to keep that. If you're like, yeah, that probably should be ranked at 100, but I prefer this 85 one, then you could select the one that ranks at 85. Obviously, I would not select anything that's in red or yellow because I don't think that makes any sense. But then if you want to see if there are any others, you can certainly go ahead and click to see all of the other ones. And then this again is the description and the chapter points. And this is just everything up here. So if you want to customize, you can click here to customize. If you want to re-optimize this, you can certainly do that. And then this publish now allows you, because you have to connect Taja to your channel. And so it allows you to publish it directly on YouTube. So hypothetically saying, if this is a video that either was listed as unlisted, I don't want to do anything because this is a published video and I'm not making any changes to it. But let's say if this was an unlisted video that you had exported from your video editor, or it's a video that you are planning on uploading, then you could publish this immediately if that is something that you wanted to do. When you are ready, typically you will have the transcription available here, but then if you want to see the shorts, you have to actually ask it to generate the shorts. This was already done, so the shorts came here. Now this is where it's still, I think, in some sort of a beta, because initially what it will do is it will typically create a short, or not a short, a thumbnail. Sorry, that I think that referred to thumbnails. I mean, to shorts. This is the next thing it's going to ask you if you want it, which is, do you want it to generate thumbnails? And typically it's going to use an image from the video in order to create it. I do not like these. I've never seen any that I liked. Maybe some people like them. I sure as hell don't. So the other thing that I gave it the option to do is to just fully generate one using AI. And as you can see down here, you have the ability to select that, or you can say that you want to add faces from your video, and then you could tell it whether you want it to include captions or not. AI is getting a little bit better with adding in text. So it's up to you whether or not you want to use that. If you do like one of these, you can certainly select it. And when you select it, it gives you the ability to add text and to do things of that nature, but you also can download it from here if that is something that you want to play around with. So that is totally up to you. And then once that has been done, you can either ask it to regenerate because you don't really like what you see, or you can move on to the next iteration, which is right here, view shorts. So when you do that, it's going to go through whatever it needs to go through so that it can then generate the shorts for you. So you can see that it came up with 15 shorts. I don't know why it bothers even saying anything about a clip, because essentially a clip is, this is probably about half of the total length of my video. I want to think my video is like 30 something minutes. I could be wrong. But this only takes a moment from minute 2:36 to minute 18:57. So if I wanted to use this as a standalone, so let's say my live stream was 30 or 40 minutes, but I want to take this meat and potatoes piece and put that somewhere, I can certainly do that if that's what I'm interested in doing. And again, I can generate thumbnails for this. If we go back here to the shorts, we can see that there are shorts that were created, and this is the information that essentially it's giving to you. So it's telling you when it grabbed the information. You can certainly play it here to see, is this a clip that I would like to use? It does give you some text that you can add into the description field. You can get rid of some of these. I think this is too many hashtags personally. And it does give you here the ability to watch the full video. It gives you a virality score. And again, like I've said for previous tools that we've used, the assumption is, and I think I'm right on this assumption, that it's based out of a top score of 100. And so from here, you can say, oh, I don't want to use anything that's below an 80. So you could say, okay, I'll use the first 5, but I won't use anything else. And then from here, you can save it. Now for you, anyone that's using this for the first time, it's not going to come with your brand colors. This actually happens to have my brand colors. They've recently updated this where you had that ability to hit the edit button that I did. And so in here, you can see what the captions are. You can see the title, and you can make changes to these if you want. When it comes to the timeline, it really only gives you the ability to trim, which 90% of these tools do that. But you can come over here to design. And this is where it's now giving you a little bit more flexibility than it used to before. So style templates, you can choose the type of captions that you want it to be. And from there, you can then change the colors. So I opted to put the highlight color as one of my brand colors. And then you could set the size of the text font. Let me pause that. So you can change the size of the font if you want to make it bigger or smaller. Like you can, let's see. So let's say maybe 18 is where you want it to be. Now, the only other thing that I noticed is not available here, and they probably will add it at some point, is your ability to move where you want the captions to appear on your screen. And also I will share, and this is a issue that I've found right now with every tool that I've used, not that I've used every single repurposing tool. I like, as you can see, I share my screen on when I do my live streams. And so I'm usually off to where I am right now, and then the screen is to this side. Or I'll put myself at the bottom. The screen will be full screen that I'm sharing, and then I'll put myself to the bottom. It's really hard to repurpose videos like that when you're doing it vertically. So as you can see, it's not showing the entire screen here, but I'm talking about it. And what I'm talking about is not visible on the screen. So that is something that as of right now, I've not been able to figure out how to solve. And if anyone watching this video knows how to solve it using either Opus Clip or Taja.ai, please put in the comments, because the only workaround that I can think of is when I download my stream from StreamYard, I have the ability to have my camera and my screen separate. So I actually have to manually put those together so that it will basically be able to have my screen by itself, but you'll still have my voiceover. And then I will, you know, sort of format it in vertical and then do the editing manually. I haven't figured out another way. Obviously, the only other workaround is just to focus on the screen and not on me. So that is an option, but that would really be the only way for you to be able to do it. But what I wanted to be able to do was to put me like on the top and the screen on the bottom, which I was manually able to do that when I bring it into my video editor. So if you know how to change that, please let me know. The other thing that it also now lets you do, and this comes in handy, obviously, if you're just doing a talking head video, is you can add in B-roll. And right now it's automated B-roll. I do not believe, and it does not look like you can. You cannot, for Taja, you cannot upload your own B-roll. So this is all AI-based B-roll that they say that they get from Pixels. So if that is something that you're interested in utilizing, you can certainly, by all means, do that with Taja. Now, once you are finished, you can download your video. Taja works on a credit basis. So each month you get, I forgot how many number of credits. I actually, in all honesty, got this through AppSumo. So if it's still available on AppSumo, I think it's worth the while, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was $49 on AppSumo, and I believe that's how much it's costs on a monthly basis if it's something that you want to use. I do like the fact that it gives you a lot of capabilities in one. So that is definitely something that I would, even if I wasn't paying through, would you like to apply? I've already done this. Okay, so we're done with that. So that's how you can get the settings. Now, the other thing that I wanted to show is that, let's go back here to home, sorry. Oh, that's the other thing. Taja, I think because it's still in beta, sometimes takes a minute before, let's go to channels. Okay, that worked. Before it will go to a page. Let me see if it's going to do it again. See, sometimes you have to, yeah, it's going to take. So I don't know, that seems to be a kink that I've been noticing in Taja. I do not know, I did not look up before I started this video how long Taja has been around, but this is the other feature, hopefully it won't change pages while I'm doing this, that I like about it. Taja allows you to do this for multiple YouTube channels. So you don't need to be the creator or even an authorized manager of a channel. All you need, see, I knew it was going to do that. All you need to do is, let's see, okay. All you need to do is add in the link for a video, and then you get the ability, if you will, to analyze that video. So I have a couple of clients, and then I have some, this isn't mine and that's not mine. But it gives you the ability to analyze your channel. So again, this does take a minute in some instances. And I just like that it gives you some generic information about the channel. So this is my channel. It gives me all of that information on there. I'm going to tell you what this auto kickoff thing means in a minute, but it only gives you like tips to grow your channel. Seems to be just 2 default ones, because I've looked at multiple channels and they're the same. Determine the optimal video length for your videos, and then to analyze the difference between my worst and my best videos. So whichever one it is that you click on, it will give you the answer down here. And so if you then select, well, analyze for the difference between my best and worst, and then it'll give you that information momentarily, hopefully. I don't remember how long this takes. I don't think it takes too long. Okay, so here it gives you that information. The other thing that it does in the channel analysis is it gives you an audience persona. And this, I believe it's taking from the information directly on your YouTube channel. And description instructions, it's giving you, maintain a professional and informative tone that is friendly and approachable, all that kind of stuff. And then thumbnail guidelines. And then it gives you associated keywords. Now, this was the only thing that I still don't quite get, and it's the associated topics. And they don't seem to deviate from channel to channel too much. So I don't really know what the point of that is and whether that's going to get any better and all of that good stuff. And then here are your highest performing content and your top shorts. So it gives you all of that. And then you can you can hover here just so that you can see how this works. So it says Taja.ai has full understanding of your channel's intricacies, from your top performing videos and audience demographics to competitor activities. It uses this deep knowledge to help you tailor or help give tailored, actionable insights that drive your channel's growth. So that's all really good too. Now let me talk about this auto kickoff. What this is supposed to do, and I've not been able to fully test it out yet, next week I'll be able to test it out, is if you create a playlist on your channel that's called Taja Magic. Every time you upload an unlisted video, so you export your video from your editor, or you manually upload a video and you select unlisted, it's going to automatically, or actually, does it automatically? Yes, it will. Okay, so you need to upload it and send it or add it to that playlist. The playlist has to be named Taja Magic. And if you do that, Taja will automatically do everything that I just showed you it will do for that video. So again, if you're using a manual video, you can click here, find the video on your computer, upload it, or you can take the link from YouTube and put it in here. It's going to do the same thing, but without you having to open up Taja. That's impressive. I was not able to test that out before I did today's video, but essentially when today's video goes up, it's going to hopefully do that. So we'll see. I'll get back to you. Now, I said I was going to come back to these. Again, this allows you to basically just refer Taja to your customers, colleagues, whoever, and earn money. Backlog boost. Let's open that one up so that you can see what that is. So that opens up your channels. And basically what that allows you to do, let's go here, is this is one of my clients' channels. And again, this takes a minute before you're able to see what's going on. Let's try. I don't know. I don't have a lot of things open, so I'm not really sure why this takes so long for it to open sometimes, but ugh. Essentially, in a nutshell, what this is supposed to be able to do is to allow you to look at older videos and decide to boost them, because it'll essentially give a score, it'll give a competitive score, it will give a virality score, and then you can say, okay, well, let's optimize this the same way you would a brand. Thank you, Lord Jesus. So here's the video. This one, again, is for my client. So I'm going to go to Backlog Boost. And so these are the videos that it has identified. I'm not sure if these are the only videos that they deemed, or they just grabbed the first, handful of videos. And you can then select, it tells you what the Taja score is. And then you can select whether you want to revive it or not, and then suggest a new video if you want to get ideas on a new video that probably is related to the topic of that particular video. So you can just click this and you can have it do its thing. I don't think these are like Let's try this and see how long, Lord. Oh, good. So it then comes up with the link and you can click on start. Now, just because you're doing this does not mean that it's going to change anything on your YouTube channel, or in this instance, on my client's YouTube channel. I just want to see what it's going to say. And then if I wanted it to be published there, I could certainly send it to be published there, but I'm not going to do that. I just want to see what it's going to create for me. So it's going through all of the different things, because see, it says publish now. I'm not going to click that. So what this has decided to do for me, what was the original video title? I don't remember what the original video title was, but it changed the video title. It gave a much more, I could actually try and find the video on the client's channel, but it gave a much better title. It's given a description. It has, these are bizarre hashtags. I don't know where this got print on demand and Etsy. That makes no, I don't like any of these hashtags. It's given, yeah, I don't know where the tags have come from, but these are the options. At least the titles relate to what the topic is actually about. And so from here, if I wanted to get an idea for a thumbnail, I could choose a fully generated one, and I could or could not, you know, it's up to me whether I want to use captions in it. So we'll just come back to that a little bit later. And then if I want, I can go on to the next step. Other than that, what I could do if I didn't like what I saw is I could re-optimize. So let's go down here just to see how long this will take. So this allows you essentially to revitalize older thumbnails. Now, again, I selected that I wanted this to be fully AI generated. So if that was something that I wanted to do, I could do that here, and I could, yeah, maybe. And you can use this to get ideas to create your own, where you're using your own image, or if you're trying to find something that's more stock image oriented, because for this could be like an idea for the background, and then you just replace this with yourself. So you can do that, and you could do this in Canva. So say, for example, you're like, oh, I love this. I love all the cool icons in the back. I love that it looks like a real estate agent that's talking to a customer. And you could download this, bring it into Canva, and then you could remove this image of this guy. You can have it be erased from this image and then put yourself in place of that image. So that is definitely one way that I like to think of using these, is by just, they're great ideas. They could give me ideas for backgrounds and how I should be positioning myself. And then I just swap myself for whatever the image was that they used. And you could do the same here. Not so much here, but you know, you get the gist of what I'm talking about. So I do like the idea of it being able to give you options of revitalizing older videos. I like the fact that this helps me sort of figure out what I need to do for my client, because it can give me some ideas with regards to that. The other thing that it does do is that it gives you an opportunity. This is where I saw similarities with vidIQ. It gives you ideas for your next video. So you can come up here and select what channel it is that you want to do it for. You can then even come in here and search by keyword. And then it can also give you some ideas based on your niche, what types of categories you might be interested in looking in. Then it gives you some related outlier videos, and outlier videos are simply videos that are outperforming other videos that are in that niche. And so this can give you some really good ideas as well in terms of content that you can create. And you can go to show all for both of these. You can come up here and you can say, You could do that, and then you can have it search. I'm just throwing things out, but you get the gist. And then you can get more information down here for the outlier video. So I do like that capability as well. And then the automations I explained to you. Basically, this is your ability to upload your video to YouTube, add it to the playlist that's called Taja Magic. And then from there, Taja will automatically do its thing for you. So there is one more. Let me go here. I think this was, let's see, revive. And let's start. Oh, and I think I want, okay, yeah, I was going to say, I think there was something else I wanted to share with you, but I already shared it. So let's look and see. There's one last thing that I think is interesting for this tool to be able to do for you. Okay, so it gives you the description, the tags, description. We're not gonna, oh, I do want to get some ideas for thumbnails. So I'm gonna do that while I look for something else. And the other thing that it can do, and I have to find that, is that it does give you the ability to look and see how your video is performing. So the experiment that I'm trying to do with this is for videos that I'm revitalizing or that I know initially, nah, I would probably have it do some more. I'm not liking those in terms of being able to change the way that, okay, so this is now going to create the shorts for me. And this, if any of you use Opus Clip, is literally the same way that it's the same. It says our model works best for talking videos, and it gives you instances where it's going to be ideal. So this is going to take a minute. As you can see, that's going to take 15 minutes. We ain't going to wait on that one. So let me go back to, is it linked accounts? No, this is where you would link up all of your accounts if you want to do that, because I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you can directly send your shorts to, or your clips directly to your social media accounts. I tend not to do that. So what I tend to do is I tend to download, but if you have the ability for it to send directly, then that is something that you should do. You can unlink, analyze, and trying to see if I have everything that I have viewed through here. So if you guys have any additional feedback on this, I would love to hear it in the comments. Please, please, please let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. This is basically whether you want default for your thumbnails to include images or without images. So I've now defaulted mine to not include images, and then this just takes you directly to your YouTube channel. We don't need to go there. So let me go back to the home page and make sure that everything has been shown. I'm going to go here one more time. And let's just make sure that we have that. Okay, that's all there. And This is if you needed to customize it in any way, shape, or form, and you can add a language to it. That's pretty impressive. This tool does a lot. This tool does a lot. These are the different plans just so that you can see what the price is. It's $49 a month, and you get the ability to work with 6 videos in the course of a month. So I think that that's a pretty decent number. And if you wanted the yearly, you could go up to semi-pro or pro for the yearly prices. But if you're willing to just go month to month, then you can certainly utilize it for $50 a month. And I would presume that you would have the ability to start and stop if budget is of a concern for you. And I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else that I can share with you. Yeah, that's it. So if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know, because I'm curious what your thoughts are on this tool and how you can use it in your business. All right, so take care, and I'll chat with you soon.